We are live. Hey, how's it going, guys? He said this
I
is
mean, it's going good, Anthony.
it's going good.
It's going well, as they say in
Well,
the King's English. However, I'm not going to act like just before we went on the air, you didn't insult my city, Anthony.
I didn't. You're right.
You son of a bitch.
I did not.
Now, let's not forget, the flag still flies. Just over my left shoulder, the flag is standing strong on the wall. So let's not be confused. Flag on the left shoulder, tattoo on the right. Just because I'm not there doesn't mean I do not love my home. But perhaps I've left a few people in disarray. Like, it's
Not
difficult.
Really. Not really.
It's difficult to find the good jujitsu and the fun environment sometimes. But it is out there somewhere, Cleveland, and you will find it for yourselves.
There you go.
Hello, Internet. It's your boy. I'm in Vegas. Anthony's over there behind the switches in Cleveland.
Yes.
Episode 239. Love and Chokes. Anthony, what it do?
Not much. Just basically running up and down Pittsburgh. Running up and down to Pittsburgh like every other day. So it's kind of stupid, actually.
Is that like a 2-hour drive?
Yeah, it's like a 2 hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of dumb.
That is dumb. If you're going to be there every other day, why don't they just have you stay there for a while?
I mean, they were all impromptu. Last week I stayed there. Yesterday, they just like, hey, like, you want to go to Pittsburgh? I was like, all right, cool. Drove back down. They're like, hey, you might have to go to Columbus tomorrow. I was like, hey, it's a snowstorm.
Ah.
Yeah.
So you stay home.
Stay home. Just stay
Cool.
local. What about you?
All right, so many things have happened
Yes.
since the last time we spoke.
Yes, so much.
So many things in the world. We got to talk about the Tyson Fury Wilder fight. We got to talk about Paul Felder and Dan Hooker.
Yes.
Shout out to Zebra Mats, by the way.
Ooh.
I'm wearing their shirt. I might as well shout him out. Kyle from Zebra Mats, the head there, took the homegirl Jess to see that fight. And she had a great time. But more important than that, like, as a coach and as a friend, I'm so happy she saw that outcome. I'm so happy that not that like Tyson Fury won or that Deontay Wilder lost, because remember we talked about the odds on the podcast. Deontay Wilder winning by knockout didn't pay out that well over the betting lines.
Right.
Tyson Fury winning by decision didn't pay out that well by the betting lines. But Tyson Fury by knockout was like through the fucking roof.
Yeah.
Because no one thought that would fucking happen. No one thought that was going to happen except for Tyson Fury and his camp. And then it did. And he walked out to Crazy by Patsy Cline and sat in a king's throne and was brought to the ring in a king's throne while singing Crazy. He had presence of mind to just be relaxed, calm, and sing and enjoy that moment. And then get in there and do damn near exactly what he said he would do. He said he would stop Deontay in the second, and he did knock him down brutally. Like, it was so close to being like complete like law of attraction spoken into being like, I'm gonna knock out Deontay in the second round, and then boom, it's done. Like, but to finish him the way he finished him was impressive. And but it's I think it's great for Jessica to see that, because very soon again I believe we'll be in that spot. In a spot where we believe we can win and a lot of people think we can't. And to be in an arena full of fucking excited people when what they thought could not happen happened is a wonderful fucking thing for her to be exposed to as an audience member, to be able to feel that energy from the outside, you know, because that energy is going to be felt again from the inside. Mark my fucking words. Like, it's going to happen. And like, I can't wait for it to happen. So I was super excited, but you know what sucks?
What?
I don't have any courage, Anthony. I really wanted to bet on Fury by knockout.
Oh.
And I didn't. And I didn't because I'm a fucking piece of shit.
It's okay, man. I mean, if you did, you should have just told me. I would have done it for you. I'd have been like, oh, what? Cool. I'd have like $1,000. Let's make it happen.
No, I wasn't ready to do anything like that.
I was like, if you said like, hey, I want to bet it, I would have just been like, cool. All right, whatever you want, I'll push a zero around it, and then we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I was literally thinking like a $50 bet.
500.
That Tyson Fury. Find out what $50. Can you do that on the internet?
I could tell you right now. I did the math in my head. It was like 30,000. It was like 30,000 if you put 1,000. So I imagine it would be somewhere around 1,500.
All right, so it's 30 to 1.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that would have been a sick come up, dude.
Yeah.
That would have been a sick come up.
It's like,
And
what?
like, if you lose $50, you survive $50.
500.
I would just lose $1,000. That's
500.
not good.
500.
It would, what?
It would have
Oh,
been
500.
500.
You're like, I told you, I'm adding a zero to whatever you try to bet.
Yeah. Like,
But yeah, I should have bet. That would have been really fun. I just don't want to get into the habit of betting.
right. I agree with you. It's
I
scary.
did gamble.
What'd you gamble on?
Dude, I gambled for the very first time. I played some blackjack,
Mm-hmm.
and I learned a basic strategy to play roulette. And it was fun, dude. Like, I see why people get into that shit. You watch my glasses fall apart live on the internet?
Yeah, I did.
I see why people are drawn to it. It was really fucking fun, dude. It was really fun. But as a person that like has a space where they are like, you know, like a teacher and like a knowledgeable person, it's even more glaring when I don't know what the fuck I'm doing at all. Like, I have very difficult, like, I think men are very good at acting like they know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, I know how to fucking play this. It's like, you don't know how to play this. You know how to move the pieces and shit. So you think you know how to play, but you don't know how to play. Like, I don't know how to play chess. I know how the pieces move, right? See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fucking chess masters know how to play chess, motherfucker. Like, like everyone else is learning as they play, as they are.
I know the rules
So, like,
of chess.
I'm sitting at that blackjack table and I know I'm outmatched simply because I literally don't know the hand gestures and shit. I don't know how to play.
Right.
But I know how to count to 21.
Yeah.
And so I sat down. Jess was like, here's $50, fucking make something happen.
Make something happen.
Because she knows I'm not gonna bet. Like,
Yeah.
I was just at the casino to hang out, like, just to be with my friends.
Yeah.
And she was like, let's go, like, sit down. And so I sat down and I was up $30. I was up $60.
Oh.
And then I lost 2 hands in a row. And I was like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah.
And then I went and got the chips, cashed them out, gave Jess her money back, kept the change.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I just made $30 to hang out.
Yeah. That's a good move.
That's a nice come up too, right?
Yeah.
Like,
That's a good.
from
That's a good
zero
rule to have.
invested.
Yeah, it's a good
I was
rule
like
to have.
I was like a fucking asshole angel investor, you know, like one of those guys that doesn't put up their own money though.
Yeah.
Like, it's like they gather a bunch of other people's money.
Yeah. Put it out there. I mean,
That's essentially what I did on a very small level.
it's a good move though. 2 bets.
It was awesome.
2 bets. 2 lost hands. That's a good move.
Everybody won.
Yeah.
She got back to even. I got $30 in the fucking black. It was great.
Tip somebody 20. I get it.
But yeah, like I enjoyed it.
Mhm.
But I'd rather play super, super low stakes so I could really learn.
Yeah.
And what's funny is when we were driving around the strip, we were gonna go to the MGM Grand to pick up the homie. And right next to the MGM Grand, like across the street, there's a big sign that says $1 blackjack. And I'm like, I'm in. Like, that's the spot to learn.
Right.
Like, that's the spot. I can sit there for like 30 minutes with $50. And if I lose, it's fucking fine.
Yeah.
But like, how many times can I lose 15, 25, $50?
Right. Not that much.
Not that many times. I'm not rich.
Yeah.
But like, I could lose $1 many, many times.
Right.
Like, just to get the learning, just to get reps.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that at some point. Maybe we can do that.
Okay.
The only thing that sucks is like, I would love to be able to document that kind of an
Oh, yeah, but you
experience.
can't.
And you can't have your camera at the table
No.
for reasons that are, you know, relatively obvious, right? Like,
Yeah.
they don't want you fucking filming shit
Scammers.
and feeding.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, that was a cool experience. But I'm really happy for Tyson Fury. I want to know what's next for him.
Oh well, there's just. It looks like it's going to be a rematch.
Well, I know Wilder has that in his clause, and he probably wants it.
Yeah.
But I think that's a bad idea for him.
I agree.
I think it's a bad idea. You could look at it like he got his ass kicked for a fight and a half. Like, you could argue that he didn't really do anything against this guy except for knock him down once.
Right.
And this guy kicked your ass really bad once
Yeah.
and outboxed you damn near every round, if not every round, the first time. So I know he mentioned his leg.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that in the post-fight interview?
I did hear about that. Yeah.
But then he instantly did what everyone else does. Here's something I don't like that people do, and I'm sure I do it as well, and it's something that I should correct in myself. I don't like it when people say, man, I came in here with a fucked up back, a fucked up face,
Right.
a bust up toe, but no excuses. Then don't mention it. Or just say, I came in here in this condition and I decided to compete anyway. And I did my absolute best. I want another shot at this guy. But don't mention what's wrong with you and then say, no excuses. It just comes across wrong. It comes across wrong. I don't think that it's intentional, but it's shitty language.
Yeah.
Like, you got to choose a side there. You got to choose a side there. Like, just because we're trying to be effective, not because I'm not talking about morals, right? It's not immoral to do this. I'm saying it's bad business to get the mic and cut a promo. That's what you're doing now. You're
Right.
drumming up money now. Like, everyone just saw what happened, and now they're going to give you the mic, which is the way that you can earn some money now, by keeping interest on you, however you choose to do it. I think it's bad business to divide the fucking people in terms of like how they think about you. You can't say, I'm injured. That's not an excuse. You can say, I'm injured and I fought valiantly. And if I were healthy, I believe I could beat this guy. And I have that rematch clause and I'm going to invoke it. I'll see you in March. I'll see you in June. Like, say some shit like that.
Right.
Or say, he was a better man tonight. I will be back. No excuses. I will be back. I went out on my shield. I wanted to go out on my shield, but my corner stopped it. And I will see this man again, and walk the fuck out of there. You got to play one of those cards. You can't play both.
So I have a question for you.
Yes.
Did you feel that everybody kind of started cutting Deontay Wilder down once he lost, like extremely fast? Like, hey, it went from
this guy can't fight? You mean that talk?
Yeah, like he went from he's in a race.
Flat out, Teddy Atlas said,
yeah.
So someone's got to teach Deontay Wilder, or he needs to go learn how to fight.
Yeah.
And look, this is kind of what I was saying about chess. You know how the pieces move, but do you know how to play chess? By the standard of super knowledgeable boxing analyst, Tyson Fury knows how to fight.
Right.
Moves in ways to create movements out of you, right? And Deontay Wilder is patient with thunder and a right hand that can kill a man. And if he can keep himself in good position and keep himself unharmed and finds a moment to land that motherfucker, no matter how good you are, you can go to sleep. And many, many guys fell victim to that right hand.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think it's convenient to add that to the narrative now. But like, people had said this things already.
Right.
This was already in the narrative. But it wasn't as fucking, how do I say this? It wasn't as prevalent in the narrative as it is right now.
Right.
But that's going to happen anytime anybody loses, right? That's the best time to kick a man. He's low.
Yeah.
Right? But it's not unfounded.
Right.
It's not unfounded. Like, it makes sense. I mean, like, you can argue that about many, many people. Right? Like, they're in a sport, but they don't really know how to do that sport. But they're in it. Like, fuck, dude. Like, I did 5 pro wrestling matches. Do I know how to wrestle?
Right. But we're not talking
Fuck
about
no.
We're not talking about you as like, an Emmy. We're talking about you. It's like you like it's like there's some like, it's like, how many more steps like he had to that he should have failed or could have failed in, that to say that this person couldn't fight but did not. Like, there's a whole there's a whole path that he had to go up to. There's a lot more steps he had to walk up where he should have failed and he did not. So it's just kind of weird to me to say like, oh, he doesn't know how to fight because because of this one fight. I'm not saying that they're right or wrong, but it's like the steps that person had to take is like, how you say like, oh, chess masters know how to like, play chess. Well, it's like if I played enough chess masters and I just ran into this really good chess master, is like, do I really not know how to fight, or do I just really not know how to, or do I really not know how to play chess, or do I just know how to not how to beat this guy?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's a very fair thing to say.
Yeah.
Now, there's also the fact that I don't think Deontay Wilder has any actual fans. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I think people enjoy watching him fight, but I don't think people are true fans of him. And I think that makes it a lot easier to turn that faucet off and instantly jump bad on the guy when, like, he disappoints.
That is true. Black people weren't super happy with him. They didn't say, they weren't all out in support or whatever it was.
Well, black people don't pay for shit, and so nobody bought that pay per view.
Not the pay-per-view, but like, you know, the social media, you know, rally behind it. Immediately it was like, ooh, let's make a meme out of this guy.
I'm never surprised. Like, I'm gonna sound super Uncle Ruckus right now.
Oh, let's go.
That's a Boondocks reference
I set you
for
up.
you youngins out here, for you youngins that don't know about it. But I think that crab is in a bucket mentality is very, very alive and well. And it's like, there are so many, like, boxing, in terms of the way that black people think about it, is one of the most racist ideas. Like, there's always an idea that, like, you can't lose to white people. Like, how are you gonna let a white boy beat you is
Right.
not something that hasn't been said a lot. Like that's not even said in closed, like, behind closed doors. People talk like that fucking openly.
Right.
Like, fucking openly. Right? Like, so that's been the perception. And, like, the only thing worse than a white man is a fucking European or British white
I
man.
would just say a gay man beating you. That'd be the worst thing.
Well, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah. If a gay white guy beat up a black dude,
That would be over.
he would never be able to go to another black barbershop ever again. He'd be in the salon from then on out.
He'd kill himself. He's like, you just need to kill yourself, dude. It's
Aren't
over.
you that nigga that got knocked out by that gay dude?
Exactly.
Oh!
Exactly. It's
Like,
over.
you couldn't say shit in the
It's
barbershop
over. It's
without
over.
getting that reaction.
It's over.
But yeah, I think that the turnaround on Deontay Wilder is just that nobody was truly invested in him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fans, they weren't truly invested. The people that believe in Tyson Fury and were rooting for Tyson Fury, those motherfuckers flew thousands of miles to root for him in person.
Of course.
Who the fuck flew in besides Deontay Wilder's family to see Deontay Wilder? I'm just saying.
I don't know.
So, like, when you don't have that big support base, the blowback's going to be hard. I mean, like, think about the blowback that Conor would get after, like, incidents, like phones and old dudes getting punched and shit,
Yeah.
right? But there's still that rabid fan base that fucks with him. So there's that fan base to lift you back up, and then all of a sudden you're sponsoring the goddamn Tyson Fury fight. All of a sudden you're back on top.
Yeah. Proper
But, like,
12.
without that fan base, that constant support, when the media goes bad on you,
Mm-hmm.
who's gonna be that rising tide for you?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to do it yourself, Mr. Wilder. And I'm looking forward to seeing that journey. I think he's gonna be okay after this. I just don't think that the Tyson Fury fight is the right fight unless he wants to cash out. Over 40 fights now, yeah.
Yeah.
It might be time to cash out, dude. Like, how many times do you want to put your body and your brain in harm's way? You have children. How much money do you possibly need? Like, I don't know how you spend, but the money that he made from this fight, and if he fights in the next fight and everything goes the same way or different, doesn't even matter because their money's guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be generational wealth type money. Huge fucking numbers. You should be able to walk away from the sport after that. If not before. Why not walk away right now? You're still going to be a legendary figure. You fucking knocked dudes dead.
Right.
You have the highest knockout percentage in the history of your division. It is not likely to be challenged anytime soon. Like, you don't need this third fight unless you truly believe there was something wrong with your leg. And that would make a drastic difference. But maybe it won't.
I know. I mean, it's hard to argue when Tyson Fury says, I wasn't scared of this man when I was at 50%, so I knew it would kill him at 100. It's hard to argue. It's hard to argue when somebody says something like that. It's like, that sent chills to me. It was like, ooh, Ooh.
You got chills?
Ooh, it made me uncomfortable. I was like, oh, that's so dark. It's just like, oh man, like you'll never catch me. It's like you're not even like this is what I did to you when I was at 50. That's some it's like, ooh, it's not even like Gordon Rice says stuff like that, but I'm like, yeah, I get it, man, whatever. But when this dude says that,
Yeah, but Gordon's ribbing.
yeah, no, Gordon's ribbon. This dude means it. Like, if you look him in his eyes, it's like it's real life. It's like, hey, guess what? You'll never catch me. Gordon believes it
I'm out
too.
here.
Gordon believes that too. He's like, you'll never catch me. But I'm like, the way Tyson Fury says it, it's like, oh, like I believe this man. He went through some real life stuff. Sorry, Gordon. Sorry, Tyson. I'm sorry, Deontay.
Oh man. Oh.
What?
I just I I hate when I do this, but I'm not gonna say what just came into my mind.
Okay, understandable.
I hate when I do that, but I gotta protect the innocent, because there's things that I have heard that I do not know to be true, and I do not wish to bring up things that are not to be brought up.
Understandable.
So things that can be brought up.
Yes.
In other news,
Cejudo versus Aldo.
Okay, there's so much fucking blowback on this fight that like I feel like Uncle Chael right now. I feel like I need to sit people down and explain to them how life works, and I'm not even good at life. It's like it's like all right, there's a belt at 135 pounds.
Yeah.
And that belt needs to be contested. And people have to go see it and pay to see it from their homes. Have I lost anybody yet?
Nope.
Like, have I lost anyone yet? I hope everyone's still with me. Now, I'll try not to go too fucking fast. I'll try not to go too fast. No one knows anyone in this division that deserves a shot by name or face. And that's a shame. Because I think some people have made an effort to make themselves recognizable and have done things inside the cage that are standout moments that would also help make them recognizable. But it just hasn't worked out. And I'm talking about Aljamain Sterling.
Yeah.
Because I think Aljamain Sterling passes what I would call my star test. And the star test is, could a little kid draw a fucking picture of you and I know who you are? Because then you're a star. If a little kid could be like, oh yeah, he's got brown skin, big gold chain, little hair. I'd be like, that's Aljamain.
Right.
I would see him. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He had that cool ass knee bar. There's some cool moments. But no one cares. No one cares. And because no one cares, he doesn't get the shot. That's all. That's all. It's not that he doesn't deserve it on paper. If MMA was a meritocracy, he would deserve it. But it's not. And we've known that for a while. And so instead of being upset about the state of the game, which you can be, we all have the right to be upset about the state of the game, we must play the game.
Yes.
We can't be like, oh, well, in a perfect world, we would have had Aljamain in there. Or Peter Yan. Well, the world isn't perfect, and people know Jose, and people know that scar, and people know that leg kick, and they know what he's done. And so they're going to fill up they're going to fill up an arena with his name.
Yeah.
Because they can and they have to. So, like, don't be upset about these things when they happen, guys. Like, don't feel like justice isn't being served. Just think people aren't playing the game properly. People still think that if I win, that's enough. It's not enough. You must make people care enough to pay money to see your likeness.
Yeah.
If they don't, you're going to continue to get disappointed when people get chosen over you. That's just the way that life is right now. And if it goes back to being a meritocracy for whatever reason, then fucking get those 10-9s. You know, get those 10-9s and wait for them to call your name. But until then, you must do things outside to make yourself known. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
So that's my take. Now, who's going to win?
I'm going to say Henry Cejudo.
How does he do it?
He makes this a boring fight. He basically keeps shooting shots and keeps going. Like if Magic Man can't put the lights out on him, or the Magician, whatever they want to call Marlon Moraes, I think Cejudo.
So you think if Marlon can't KO him, neither can Jose. So
Right.
he's just gonna take him down, take him down, take him down.
Because I feel like we'll at least attempt to at least wear him down. He may not be able to take down Aldo because I don't know if Aldo's ever been taken down for more than like 5 seconds.
I don't know that either.
I can't think of anything.
Neither can I.
Yeah, like think about.
I see. What's funny is I know that he had an extensive jiu-jitsu background,
Right.
but I don't know that I've ever seen him on his fucking back in his life. And I'm certain that he hasn't spent much time on his back in the UFC cage.
Let's look at some stats real quick.
So it would be interesting to see what tactics he would even choose if he was in that situation. And I wonder how much jiu-jitsu he's working knowing that he's facing an Olympic wrestler. And not just an Olympic wrestler, an Olympic gold medalist. And not just an Olympic gold medalist, but an Olympic gold medalist who I once heckled for over an hour.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. I was just fucking around.
See,
And I was just fucking around then, but it was fun to do. And I'll do it again.
Where's his stats?
I would. It was super fun.
Let's see. 92% takedown defense.
Yeah, that's intense. But against what level of takedown ability?
I mean,
I don't think he's faced anyone, and I don't have to say think. He has not faced anyone with the chain wrestling ability of fucking Henry Cejudo.
once again, no, gold medals don't mean anything.
I'm just saying.
Gold medals don't mean anything. We can talk back to. I mean, it's like we can talk about like this. Like I know Daniel didn't win a gold. Henry, what's his face did? Dan Henderson win a gold? Silver. Dan Henderson couldn't do shit towards Daniel Cormier in terms of grappling. Dan Henderson couldn't do shit towards John Jones in a pure grappling match.
I'm all about that same mentality.
Right.
I'm just saying, and I didn't say like his Olympic wrestling.
Right.
I'm just saying
he
has not faced anyone with the chain wrestling ability of Henry Cejudo.
I would say
that is just a fact.
What about Frankie Edgar? Frankie Edgar.
You think Frankie Edgar
can chain wrestle?
Good of a wrestler as Henry Cejudo?
You'd be surprised.
Do you want me to fucking kill you, Anthony?
You might be kind of surprised what kind of wrestling this dude does.
No, MMA wrestling is different than wrestling. I agree. And like how you can win a wrestling match, there's so many different strategies you can use that would not work to put a man on his back in MMA.
Right.
So there's that. So like just because you had an extensive wrestling winning record doesn't necessarily mean that the way that you wrestled will translate easily to MMA.
Right.
There's always an adapting phase. There's always a phase where you're learning how to use the skills you have for this new endeavor, right? But here's the other part. Jose's skills are so much more blended and fluid than Henry's.
Right.
So, man, we're going to see.
Let me see.
Obviously, Cejudo's a tremendous competitor.
Oh, yeah.
Just a tremendous fucking competitor. So it's difficult for me to picture him losing right now, honestly. When I really think about it, I think Henry Cejudo will be able to eke out a victory. I think he's going to have a decision, though.
Let's look at his stats real quick. Let's see. Show stats. So,
show me the stats.
He's only landed literally 35% of his takedowns. He's shot for 57 and only landed 19. It's like,
okay.
Hey, so I take my back what I said. It's like.
So are you now thinking that Jose's going to knock him out?
I think Jose might just make this into a straight up kickboxing match, and I mean, if
Jose wins the 35-pound belt,
it'd be hilarious.
It would be so sick.
It
would be so sick.
And he just retires right away.
He should.
Yeah, he should just retire.
If he beats Cejudo, he should walk, because then that would do so much more for his legacy than holding on to that belt. Just winning it, pulling a St. Pierre, change weight class, get the strap, peace out.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. But I don't think it's going to work out for him, and I don't know why. I'm rooting for Mr. Cejudo. Maybe it's amends. Yeah. Maybe I'm just trying to make amends.
Make amends.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I secretly feel bad.
Yeah.
No,
No.
no, I don't. No.
Oh.
I only have 3 feelings, and he can't have any of them.
Let's see.
I only have 3 left.
3 left. Just 3.
Fucking, dude, a guy fucking left the PI today. Yesterday, he almost took my last feeling. Like, he was like, yeah, I saw him, like, he had this card, everybody was signing it. I didn't even want to sign it. I was like, oh, this is, I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
This hurts my feelings. I gotta go, man.
I don't like you leaving.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing about people coming in and out of the PI, and it made me like very, very humble and smile inside about my absence from Cleveland and what that means.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, hey, it's this guy's last day behind the fueling station, the nutrition station at the PI, and does anybody know the name of the last person, the last intern,
Yeah.
like 3 months ago? And like, I look around, and there's blank faces around me, and I'm like, can you even picture their face? Because I can't either. Like, I don't even know who they are, and like, I don't want this to happen again. I don't want to not picture this person, this wonderful person. His name's Levi.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose Levi in my mind, because there's that idea that like, there's that, what do they call it, Wilson's number?
Can't remember so many people.
150 relationships, or it's an approximation that like you can keep about 150 names and relationships in your head at any given time. And like, there's a lot of people coming in and out of my little mind here.
Yeah.
And I probably don't have enough room for 150. There's like 35 of me.
Yeah. 35
I'm
years.
trying to remember which me to be so I can sit in the sauna for 30 minutes. Now,
Yes.
let alone remember every intern I see. It's difficult.
I understand.
It's difficult. But then when we get to the PI and I see the big card, Jess is like, yeah, like, oh, Darren was like, yeah, does anybody know who was here last time? And none of us knew. And then Doc Tara instantly goes, her name was blank. So I don't want to out anybody or anything. Her name was blank. And I was like, oh my God. And I instantly pictured her. I could see her clear as day.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'm a piece of shit. I totally forgot that girl existed. Like,
Yeah.
she went away.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like someone took the file out,
Right.
removed the file.
That's
there was
hilarious.
no vague memory.
That's hilarious.
There was nothing. Nothing.
That's hilarious.
And then she said the name, and it was like she put the file back in. And I was like, oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. That's
So that was funny. But I'm going to keep my Levi file. It's going to stay right here. It's not going anywhere.
Under L.
Under L.
Yeah.
Right next to the other person who I forgot.
Under L.
Anthony.
Yeah.
Do you have any weird news for me?
I do, but I have one quick thing to tell you. Did you know that Kazakhstan, June 13th, is going to be a UFC event? So we don't know what that could be.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's crazy.
UFC 251.
Wow.
Yeah, so, but just want to put that out there. All right, got some weird news for you. Let's see. I accept your privacy scams. Let's go. Come on, load this up. Baboons escapes vasectomy operation at testing lab and flees with 2 female monkeys. There's a video of this too.
He was like, I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
I need some pictures.
Yeah.
He takes 2 girls.
Yeah.
Did he also get an 8-ball?
I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
they had some stimulants in there. That's what they're not telling you. That baboon, he grabbed a bunch of stimulants, a bunch of things they give them when they're trying to like save their semen to keep their dicks hard, 2 monkeys, and jumped into the fucking world. They didn't tell you the whole story. It was weirder news than it was. That's wild. And where did this take place?
In Australia.
Awesome. Far, far away and
Yeah.
on an island. Perfect. That's where I want all loose animals with cocaine.
Yeah. No. Well, no. Well, they caught him again, but he was like, "I'm out." He said, "You guys gonna give me a vasectomy? I want to have some. I'm trying. I'm trying to procreate before I leave."
Wait. So, was the vasectomy scheduled
Ye-
before he escaped?
Yes. So they had him in like the room, and the vasectomy was they took him there for the vasectomy.
So he escaped, grabbed 2 monkeys, and dipped out.
Yeah, did that. Tried to run away towards an ambulance. Yeah. Like.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a legend.
Yeah.
He tried to save his rights. Dude, I mean, Where are all the MRA guys now? Where are all those men's rights activists?
Come
When
on.
it's a baboon, no one cares.
He's not really a man. He's just a male.
Shame on you, Australia.
He's a male, not a man.
That's a good point.
Yeah. And then everybody's complaining about this Daredevil flat earther.
Daredevil, what's he planning to do?
Well, no, he did it. He died. Remember that guy I talked about a while back that made that that homemade rocket?
You're like, oh, he did it.
He did it.
Died.
He died.
He gone.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's in another place.
Yeah.
So what are the circumstances here?
He made a rocket to fly up to see if the Earth was actually flat. And he did not make it. He made it to 5,000 feet. I'm like, this dude's a G. Good for him. I mean, he died.
He made his own rocket.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He made his own rocket and got 5,000 feet in the air.
And then, did gravity or density get him?
I don't know. You ask him.
The debate rages on. All I know is I came back at the Earth at a high rate of speed.
Basically, so basically, I don't think he got very far, but he got far enough. And then it's like, all right. Then one of the parachutes opened up, and then all the other 3 parachutes should have opened up as well, but they did not. And he died right away because it crashed. And nose died.
God killed him.
This is
No, I'm kidding.
This is all
I would never say that.
This is all I will say. It costed me no money. You know how much that cost? There's no taxes out of my pocket. Him and NASA are on the same level. It's like, if you think about it, it's like, hey, it's like, this guy is like a hero.
He's a martyr.
Nah, they're not martyr.
He's Flat Earth's first official martyr.
I wouldn't even say that. Let's keep it there. So let's not even go that far. I'm just saying this. He built a rocket.
Look, if he's a hero, he's a martyr by definition. How fucking dare you?
It's not religious.
Are we gonna split hairs here?
Yeah, we're not getting religious.
If you're a hero and you die while doing the thing that made you a hero, that makes you a fucking martyr.
All right, fine. He's a man. He's a man. He did what he wanted to do. He did what he loves. So he's not a martyr. He's not a hero. He's just a guy who had a mission and he tried to accomplish it and he died trying. No martyr, no hero. He's just a guy. Yeah, I would say respect to you, sir.
We salute you, weirdo Flat Earth rocket man.
You're just basically you're number 3 in the list of people who can fly rockets. It's like NASA, SpaceX, then you. It's like, do any of them have crashes? Yeah. The only difference is that it doesn't end when they crash. It just ended when you crash. That's the only difference.
Yeah, that's the only difference.
Yeah.
Anthony?
Yeah.
I need to go and teach a class over at Extreme Couture.
Yeah, go for it.
It has been a lovely podcast.
It has been.
And we're not going to tell the people anything.
No.
But something's coming.
Of course.
For now, I must bid you adieu. Goodbye, Internet. Anthony, this is goodbye for real. Peace.
Peace.